Taylor Swift might be deposed for the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively lawsuit? Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? That's right, guys. Taylor Swift may be deposed or brought in as a witness to testify for this lawsuit. And you know what? I'm not surprised because I had a feeling that something like this would happen, especially when you got somebody whose name is all up in the text messages, all up in the conversation. Her name has been mentioned a bunch of times in his lawsuit alone. So, of course, she is going to be brought in. Let's be real. Blake Lively has been saying all kinds of stuff, basically giving her praise, saying thank you so much to Taylor Swift for being there throughout the entire experience of this movie. She's been with me she's been with me throughout the entire thing, from the beginning to the end of this movie. I mean, isn't Taylor Swift also Blake Lively's like one of her kids' godmothers or something like that? I mean, it doesn't matter about that part, okay? Because you could be anybody's godmother, doesn't mean that you're going to be deposed or brought in as a witness to a particular case. But still, what I find very, very interesting about this nonetheless is that you have Taylor Swift's name being mentioned throughout all of these lawsuits, or throughout all of this lawsuit, I'm sorry. And also the other thing too is, I mean, we already know that Ryan Reynolds is going to be brought in because he's one of the other people that's helping spearhead their lawsuit, or Blake Lively's lawsuit, against Justin Baldoni. So when it comes to something like this, I'm not surprised. Her name is mentioned. She is one of Blake Lively's dragons, as she says. Okay, well, everybody keeps on saying Khaleesi, Game of Thrones here. So yeah, so I'm not surprised. And if this does happen, oh, this is going to be interesting. All right, and I'm sure Taylor Swift does not want to be brought into this mess in the first place, but at the same time, this is going to be wild. Also, I will say this too. If this is another Amber Heard 2.0 type of situation, and Justin Baldoni happens to be like the Johnny Depp to this particular case, I don't think Taylor Swift wants to be anywhere near Blake Lively right now, standing up and trying to rep for her and all that stuff. If Baldoni's narrative and if Baldoni's proof and evidence that's been out here outweighs Blake Lively's narrative and evidence here too. But again, we understand that allegedly Blake Lively is supposed to be putting something out on Friday. At least her team is supposed to be putting stuff out on Friday that's supposed to blow the lid off of her side of the story and all that stuff too. So again, like I said, I sit on the fence. I sit on the side of the road before I jump into the traffic, before I jump on either side of the fence, because you never know. We've only heard Justin Baldoni's side of things so far. And his stuff is scathing. His stuff is very convincing. But at the same time, she might have something that could change the narrative, could shift, okay, the pendulum all the way back towards Team Blake. Anything's possible, guys. And if they don't drop anything Friday, then she in trouble. Okay, but let's get into this article again. I just think that with Taylor Swift's image and all that, I just don't think that she wants to stay on this side, or she's going to try to slowly distance herself from the situation. And in fact, even so, Super Bowl Sunday's coming. And last year she had, if I remember correctly, didn't she have Blake Lively with her or something like that? I don't know if she did. This is just a blur of a memory, but I am kind of curious if she's going to have Blake with her at the Super Bowl and all that, and still stand in solidarity with her, because that would be quite the statement, especially out here in the court of public opinion with everything going on. For a fact, Taylor Swift, or at least Taylor Swift's team, is keeping close watch on what the court of public opinion is saying right now out here in these streets. Okay. And right now, Blake Lively's not looking too good. Let's keep it completely 100. But let's get into this article, okay? So Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Bryan Freedman, who's been out here soldiering for Justin Baldoni like crazy. Let me just tell you this. The man is most definitely he's working for that money right now, Bryan Freedman, all right? And I'm sure every single penny is well deserved right now, okay? But lawyer Bryan Freedman said there's a chance Taylor Swift could be deposed in the actor's ongoing legal battle with Blake Lively. 3 weeks after the actor dragged the singer, okay, Taylor Swift, into his countersuit, his attorney said Swift might have relevant knowledge that could provide, quote unquote, that could provide evidence for the case, which a judge has scheduled for March 2026. So next year. So it's going to be a little while, but the judge is like, yo, we going to get this going. We going to get through this. And next year, next spring could be a very, very interesting time. It says, I don't know that we're going to depose Taylor Swift. I think that's going to be probably a game time decision. I don't know that decision has been made. That's what Freedman said on a podcast on TMZ, okay? But he says this, but I can tell you this. Anyone that reasonably has information that can provide evidence in this case is going to be deposed. I got to hit this button here real quick. I know I don't use sound effects very often on this page, on this channel, but we're going to use some of it today. Yeah, to me, that sounds like, yeah, we're going to probably depose her because let's be real, she is one of the people that has been mentioned not only in these emails, but she has also been, there's also from Justin Baldoni's side where Taylor Swift jumped in, got involved, tried to coerce, harass, I guess, in tandem, in unison with Ryan and Blake, was trying to basically get Justin to be okay with work with a new rewriting of a scene, right? And he was not okay with it. He was not cool with it. But when you have a powerhouse like Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds both working together to basically say, no. Don't say you don't like it, because we're going to tell you it's fantastic. So you should agree with us because I'm Ryan Reynolds and that's Taylor Swizzle. Okay? That's T Swizzle right over there. Okay? So you're going to say yes to this, whether you like it or not. Right? It's very, very interesting. And then what happens? He sends a text message, long ass text message. He sends out a long ass voice note, sucking up the Blake Lively. Why? Because she has two, as she says, dragons, powerhouse dragons, powerful dragons. Okay, they ain't little baby dragonettes. Okay, they are big, big dragons sitting there saying, "Oh no, you're not gonna say that. Don't say you don't like it. You just haven't read through it thoroughly." Okay, how about you take that and you take it home? Think about that for a second, and also think about your career. How about that? That might change how you read that scene. You like that scene, don't you? That's basically what happened. And that's what he alleges happened. That Ryan Reynolds, in unison with Taylor Swift, both basically tried to, in a way, twist his arm, okay? By getting him to say, yeah, the scene is great. We're going to integrate it somehow into the script. We're going to use it, right? Let's not forget also, this woman took over final edit, took over the marketing, took over everything in regards to this doggone movie. And guess who's supposed to be the one spearheading that? Justin Baldoni. And he still got screwed over no matter what. Even while him playing the nice guy, doing as much as he can, at least what we see in the narrative that he's put out and the evidence that we've seen so far, he's done everything in his power to be the nice guy. But once again, he has been screwed over. She takes full control, and she also uses her powerhouse dragons like Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds to try to sway his thoughts, change his mind, and all that. And I got to be real, okay, with all this. This is absolutely insane to me that this has gone down. But are we surprised? Are we even remotely surprised that this even happened? I'll tell you what, I'm not surprised. Not at all. This was inevitably going to happen, especially when you have somebody who is a huge, huge name getting involved in the mucky muck. And now there's two big lawsuits going on, a lawsuit, a counter lawsuit, and all that, a $400 million lawsuit. You know for a fact Taylor Swift is going to be dragged into this thing and be deposed for sure. Because if it's not only Ryan Reynolds, it's going to be other people, I'm sure, that are going to be brought in. Let's not forget actors that were in the movie as well. Other people behind the scenes, maybe his assistant director, other producers, his PR firm, etc. People from his PR firm that were working closely with Justin Baldoni that saw the interaction between him and Blake. All of those names are coming out. All of those names could be deposed. Again, he said any person that has any reasonable information or evidence that could help with this particular case, they're going to be deposed. They will most likely be brought in. So let's be real. Taylor Swift, T-Swizzle, is going to be brought in. But what say you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts are. Do you think it's right? Do you think it's wrong? I think it's right. Damn right. Bring her in. Because I'm going to be real. Why wouldn't they? This is Justin Baldoni's career on the line. And if there's some things that Taylor Swift saw and was a witness to, or even helped with, I think that's absolutely massively important. Also, I'm going to say this too. And yes, this is going to be kind of on the side of being on her side just for like 2 seconds. All right. For 2 seconds, let's talk about this. I think that there is a possibility of somebody being brought in, okay, without their knowledge, without prior knowledge of a situation, just hearing their best friend. Okay, just saying that really quick. Now, Taylor Swift may be she may not know anything. She may be completely naive to the whole situation, only hearing the perspective of Blake Lively. Now, does that justify her maybe possibly strong arming Justin Baldoni to do something for Blake Lively? No, it doesn't justify anything. But if there was a possibility but there could be a possibility of Taylor Swift hearing certain things from her bestie and believing her 110% and saying, oh, wow, he did that. He's that terrible. Oh, no, I'm not cool with that. That's possible. And then her sitting there going, oh, no. That son of a gun is going to do what we want. Because if he's making her time on the set that terrible, we're going to make him pay. That's possible. Just trying to be a friend, but still, that still does not justify the type of treatment or the type of approach. But it is interesting nonetheless, right? And it's going to be interesting over the next couple months, over the next year, how Taylor Swift acts out here with Blake Lively. If she just stands with her in solidarity, stands 10 toes down even more, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. So, be on the lookout for it because it's about to go down. I have a feeling. And I think a lot will be seen on Super Bowl Sunday if we don't see them together at the same place at the same time. Anyway, what are your thoughts, guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And we'll be talking very, very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.